Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance, Season 7, Episode 6, Early Departure. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. 'Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Welcome to the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate last night's episode of 90 Day Fiance, I would rate it a B. I thought that the episode was hilarious and sad all at the same time. So let's get into this review. The first couple that I want to talk about is Tanya and Sinjin. As we all know from last episode, Tanya is on her way to Costa Rica to study to be a witch doctor. And she is leaving her boo thing, Sinjin, for 30 days and 30 nights. We see her in the kitchen with Sinjin, and they are making lunch slash dinner slash the Last Supper. And I was done. See, in the episode, in this particular episode, okay, in this scene, Tanya indicates that her mom is particular, like her. You know, they're particular. And I'm saying where? The, the kitchen, every inch, every countertop, everything had something on it. There wasn't a blank particular space anywhere. So when she says that her mom and that she is particular, she means that we particularly want something on every particular spot up in this mofo. Okay? I was done with the filthiness of the kitchen, but her mom comes in and, Sinjin, asks her mom if he could use the car because she's going to be gone for 30 days. He believes that he is out in the wilderness again. And he realizes that he's going to be lonely and have nothing to do. The mom tells him that he could use the car as long as he's responsible. She goes on to say that Sinjin, can't sit around and play video games and what is that? Okay, you're going to have to go out because I believe everybody else can see me. Okay, so here we go, y'all. Hit a 1 if you can see me. Just really quick. Thank you, Diane. Okay, so Vacation, you're going to have to go out and come back in, okay? See, that's why I don't like to have my glasses on because I see stuff like that. Um, so Vacation, you got to go out, sweetie, and come on back in. Thank you all so much for letting me know that. So we're going to keep on going. I'm going to take my glasses off. I ain't looking at crap, okay? So her mom, says that he can't sit around and he can't smoke marijuana and he can't play video games and he is not a child. Yet when they talk about what he is supposed to do, she tells him to call her mom and ask whether or not he should be cutting the grass or tending to the cows or doing work around the household. And I'm saying, is he or is he not a child, if you handle him like a child by giving him these little menial task around the house, and he has to call you mom, not in an affectionate kind of way, but having to call you mom and say, Mom, what should I be doing today? You are treating him the way that you indicated that you don't want him to act. And she says that, as long as he is responsible, he can use a car. Well, what is responsible when I don't believe that this mofo has been here long enough to even have a driver's license? Now, I don't know. I guess licensing is different in each state. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, this mofo hasn't had enough time to take a road test, to know the lay of the land. And so I'm saying you are being irresponsible by even giving him the freaking car. Okay? So why would you expect any amount of responsibility coming from him when you allegedly, okay, are giving him a car that he's not ready for? Tanya talks about, again, her and her mom being particular, and that, she is, leaving. She thinks that it's, sad that she has left him like this. Hold on, y'all. Oh, thank you, Gypsy Heart 777 Foxworth for the 49.99 super chat. Love you, most loveliest of all. Love this look. Love this look to this every time. Oh, thank you, Belle. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Hey, Josie. So, I'm not impressed with Tanya. Tanya, says that she feels guilty about it, but that she could not change this appointment. This was something that she had to do. So the next time that we see the two of them, they are going, driving to the airport. And Sinjin is really heartbroken, and he talks to Tanya about, wanting to keep in contact with her, feeling like he is needy, and he admits to being needy and saying that he knows that he wants a lot of attention from her. And she's saying this is the neediest man that she's ever been with. But what I think that I think that she's being unfair, because you brought the man over here and then you give him 30 days to get to know you, and then a 30 days away, and then 30 days back. I mean, when are you going to get married in this time period? It's called the 90-day fiance K1 visa. And so it appears that Sinjin already knew that these things were going on, because when they got to the airport, he had a little heart for her that, had a little love you. What was this dumb thing that love you lot? Like, what the what the hell is love you lot? But that's their little, pet thing that they do with one another. I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't really impressed with it. I'm just not feeling this particular couple. I want to like them. I want to like Sinjin, but because things are so jacked up with Tanya, I don't know. Even when they were crying at the airport, I just wasn't feeling it with this particular couple. And so I don't have a whole lot to say about them, y'all. But talking about the airport, Sasha. Can we all say Sasha? Like, this mofo and his little love interest, like, have totally gotten on my nerve. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. I have something I need to do. Hold on for 1 second. No, he does not, Randy. He does not give a damn at all. And the sad part about it is that this girl is playing into all of this, okay? And that's the part that I think that I don't understand. Tanya is like a lot of young does nowadays, okay? So let me take my glasses back off. Hold on, y'all. So Emily is sitting on the bed. She waits until the day before she is supposed to fly to America to start packing. Now, we all know that something is off with Emily. Emily appears to have a lot of anxiety. She stresses out about everything, but this girl decides that she is going to pack the day before. Big baby is laying on the bed, and when I say big baby, I say it affectionately because that's a big ass baby. Y'all, that baby look like it's a toddler already. The baby looks just like Sasha though. But I'm telling you, that is a huge baby. Like when she's holding this baby, I believe I'm estimating this baby to be about 5 months now because she didn't do what she was supposed to do. So the baby's like 4 or 5 months. But when she holds this baby up, the torso, I mean, like this baby is huge. And ain't nothing wrong with a big old baby, but God dang, I ain't never seen a baby that big in my life. But okay, let me get myself together. So she decides that she's going to say something to him about he is not packing enough. So she tells Sasha that, are you going to pack your clothes? You only have 3 items. It looks like, you can fly back to Russia anytime he wants to. But here's what I believe that he's doing. I believe that he has already FedExed, UPS'd, and shipped the rest of his stuff by U.S. Postal Service to his fourth wife, okay? He already has his stuff at his fourth wife's house. And so he doesn't have to pack a lot of stuff with you because he already has his arrangements and everything prepared for him when he gets there. He says that he's going to purchase things. All he needs is some shirts and a couple of shorts and he good to go solo. But he knows that his things are already at wife number 4 house. See, he hasn't even married her yet. But this is where I believe the rest of the stuff is. She just doesn't know that he already has addressed envelopes, okay? And did you know the little slips that you put, FedEx slips and stuff that you put on? He already has that prepared to send over to wife number 4. All righty? Okay. So, he's nonchalant on the bed and she's telling him, play with the baby, interact with the baby. But he is totally not interested. So she goes and starts pulling out different clothes items. She pulls out, this is the skirt pile. This is the lingerie pile. And this is my sportswear pile. So she pulls out some, sports pants. And she says, do you believe that I'm going to need these? He said, yeah, I think you probably need them, And so, she continues to talk about that. So she shows a picture of herself looking almost anorexic and was saying that, she's at post-baby weight. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing. I've been at post-baby weight for like 21 years, man. So, I mean, you ain't saying anything. So, she says she's at post-baby weight and she wants to be able to lose the weight. So she pulls out another pair of, fitness pants and everything. And she asks him and he said, yeah, you should, take it with you. So she pulls out a pair of khakis and some pants. And she says, these pants are really small. And I don't know, if I should pack them or not. I can't even squeeze these on. He said, pack those bitches for motivation to get your A in a gym. He cares little to zero about Emily. This is a dream of his to go to the United States. And if he got to go there by hook or by damn crook, he's going to go. She is so absent of any self-esteem that she can't even realize that this mofo is shading her, degrading her, belittling her at every conversation. And I don't understand how she does not see this except for the fact that she has zero to no self-worth, self-value, nothing. She wants what she wants. So she tells him that, her mom, is he going to have any emotions? He's like, I don't have any emotions. Why should I have emotions? She said, because you're going to be meeting my family, my sister, my mom, everybody else. And so he's like, okay, and And so, she goes on to say, my mom doesn't know a lot about you. She doesn't know about your past. And he was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, does she know that he said, what do you mean? So she's like, she knows that you're divorced. He said twice. She said, well, don't bring that up unless you have to. Anytime you got to hide something about someone that you are with, it means that you are absolutely and totally embarrassed and ashamed. And know that you are living below the bar anytime you would accept a mofo like this. Now, I'm not saying that some people don't get married multiple times. They do it over and over. But in this case, she already knows from having a relationship or at least talking to the ex-wives that this mofo ain't any good. And why would you hide that from your mother? Like your mother not gonna look at the show and find out that this mofo has been twice divorced and you about to be wife number 3 and he's already in preparation, making preparations for wife number 4. Okay, so they decide, she decides to have this conversation with him. And she says, you're not worried about my sister. And he's like, no, I'm not worried about your sister. You need to worry about your sister. You need to worry. Thank you so much, K. Denpat, for the 199 super chat. Good evening, Auntie. Keep spilling that tea. Thank you, boo. So he tells her, you need to be the one that's worried about your family. I don't have anything to worry about. This mofo, oh my God, I can't say enough bad things about him. And so, of course, she says that she's been up all night because she waited till the last minute to start packing the things to go back to America. And so, the parents are there and they're ready to go to the airport because they want to see their son off. And then, she stops because the mother was like, no, hold on. Hold on up in this mofo. We got to sit. Bitch, we do not want the ghosts and the spirits of traveling past to come up in this mofo and be mad with our asses, okay? And so, basically she said, oh my God, it's a Russian tradition. Let's just go sit. Totally disrespectful to his custom, to their suspicions, to their, this for them, these are superstitions, okay? And so we all have them, bitch. Don't let a mirror get broken around my ass, all right? I ain't walking under no elevator, no ladder. And bitch, I'm not going to open up a umbrella inside of the home over top of my head. Like there's superstitions that you believe in, and it just passes on from generation to generation. So if this mofo feel like, bitch, you got to sit your ass down, then you go ahead and sit your ass down. So she's sitting down and she's sitting to the side and she's looking. The rest of the family is peacefully sitting because this is what they do over there. Then she says, all right, enough sitting, let's go. So in some ways, I can see why he is the way that he is towards her. I do still believe that he has absolutely no feelings for her. I don't believe he loves her at all. And so they head out, and as they're in the car, she begins to break down. I say, oh God, here she come with her damn anxiety and everything. And so she said, she was trying to hold it together, and now, she has to let it go and all of that kind of stuff. And so we see her in the car, and he's like, why are you crying? We left, So they're at the airport and everything, and they're about to say their final goodbyes. And of course, she's crying again. And she thanks his mom for she thanks his mom for everything. And the mom was like, what you thanking me for? You need to try to hold on to this mofo, okay? So then she has this emotional breakdown because he's hugging his parents and he's crying. And his dad whispers in his ear and says, son, look, let me tell you, you're about to live a normal life. I want you to work off the good luck that you got. Your looks, your body, and everything else you have. Make a good, normal life for yourself. You are getting the opportunity of a lifetime. We'll see your ass later on. And I'm thinking to myself, this was all a plan, bitch. He is already conferred with his family, and he is using this chick to come here to the United States. And it's so unfortunate because she believes that he loves her, even to the extent that she had a baby with him. But I'm telling you, she's going to be over here lonely and be a fart ninja like her daddy, his daddy's shirt. Their daddy's shirt said fart ninja. Silent but deadly. I said, the hell with the. That's a shirt that you wear in the house. You don't wear that outside. But daddy was proud. Mama started talking to him and was like asking him, was he crying? Was you all right? But at the end of the day, the mother said, I'm worried about him. I'm worried about whether or not he even gonna stay married to her ass. I'm worried about whether or not he gonna just go head on and just fuck up the church's money, okay? And the dad said, you can't think negative like that. The mother said, look, bitch, I'm speaking reality. I'm speaking truth. This is my truth. This your son's truth. And you know it is. You know it is. She said, I'm hoping the best for their asses, but I know my son. I know my son. Now, the thing about it was she had complained and said, if the suitcase weighs a certain amount, we're going to have to pay $100 for it. And we need to save all the money that we can. Okay? Now, you just complained about him only having 3 pair of shorts and 3 shirts and a wife beater, bitch, just in case you... You was just complaining. So if it's heavy because you put the stuff in there. It's not heavy because he put the stuff in there. He only got a couple of things that's in there. The next couple that I want to talk about, because y'all know I really ain't feeling these couples, okay? But the next couple that I want to talk about is, let me think of how I want to do this damn thing. Juliana and Mike. Juliana has hit the jackpot. Didn't we get a surprise with Juliana? So, okay, for all of y'all that did not watch and don't watch it anymore, let me just sit back on this and tell y'all about this. So Juliana, as we all know, is like 2021. At the most, bitch, 21. She's met this rich white guy. So now we see her living her best life in his 1 point whatever million dollar home. They are now going to sit with a wedding planner. So the wedding planner and her husband look like they could easily service Angela and Michael. There's nothing fancy about their asses at all. Matter of fact, they don't even look like they fit into a Greenwich community. But anyway, we gonna move on. So they're sitting there, and she is excited as a toddler that just got a brand new shiny yellow Tonka truck, bitch. The kind that got the crane that you crank up to the top and it look... This bitch is as excited as getting her very first brat doll and realizing that the bitch ain't got no feet at the bottom, okay? This is Juliana's ass. So they're sitting there with these wedding planners. The wedding planner shades them and says that, Greenwich is a rich community and most of the people that get married there are on their second weddings. So we like, okay. We know that he is. But bitch, we sit there and we realize and we find out that Juliana is on her second marriage. Now, Michael jumps into the conversation and says that this was an arranged marriage. No, this was a marriage that you ain't going to be shackling, okay? And we'll get to why Auntie said shackling later. This was a relationship that she was living in, probably banging dude all the dude on day and going up in church and raising her hand and saying hallelujah. Nowhere in the world did I hear that there were arranged weddings or marriages there, okay? This bitch was shackling with him, all right? She was ching-ching, she was shackled to him. So because of the church, the pressure from the church and the pressure from society, okay, her family, bitch, she decided to marry him because they told her she wasn't going to have no good luck and that God wasn't going to bless her being a whore like that, okay? So she decides, the two of them decides that they're going to get married. She said all they did was sign a certificate and then they went to lunch. She said while they was at lunch, he complained about how expensive it was. She said that the marriage was a disaster and she decided to divorce him. So of course she meets this rich man, okay, this alleged rich white man from America. And she turns into a rich white girl when he's there, according to him. So they're sitting with a wedding planner who tells them that weddings in Greenwich cost thousands and thousands upon thousands of dollars. Now I'm not even talking about 20,000, 30,000, 50, 75,000. This bitch is talking about upwards of $200,000 to $300,000 for a wedding. So when they get to quoting and talking to Michael about the wedding, Michael, he's looking like, I ain't paying all of that. You need to skirt this conversation another way. So she says, well, why don't you think about having the wedding in your backyard? He said, that sounds like a good idea. Cut down on $100,000 at least. So she said, what is your budget? Do you have a budget? He said, well, we don't really have a budget, but I want you to run the numbers. So she says, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and run the numbers for you, right? So she says, our fee, okay, our fee, me and my husband's fee is $10,000. Then we talk about rentals, okay, at $12,000. Then we talk about this at $10,000. And then we talk about this at $12,000. Okay, so your wedding is going to cost you anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000. Bitch, I almost gagged. Do you hear? You have got to be kidding me. If you don't take this daggone EBT card and swipe this mofo and seal the $50,000 to $100,000, and it wasn't gonna be but 40 people there, 30 on his side and 3 on hers, plus the servants. She said, why does a wedding cost this much? Then she goes into a dialogue about her family, saying that she didn't want to have this big elaborate family because she doesn't want her family to feel some kind of way, to judge the amount of money that they have and the amount of money that they spend. Michael goes on to say that he paid money for the sister to get braces in her mouth, but that he can't take care of the whole damn village. And he doesn't know what the balance is between wanting to have something nice and wanting to appease them and not look like they are living lavishly as they are. You just brought a $1 million home and you talking about you don't want the family to believe that you're looking lavish. The only thing that she's concerned about is being able to look out the back window and say, we got married right there. I don't know why this is buffering and it's delayed, but y'all, we're going to keep rolling with this, okay? Because I ain't got time for YouTube's ass. So anyway, the next thing you know, excuse me, y'all. So the next thing you know, they are at the house. She's scrambling eggs and messing with the dishwasher because she ain't never had no dishwasher, bitch. So, she real curious about throwing a cup and a spoon up in that mofo. So anyway, she decides that this is what she's going to, she's in the kitchen and here comes the ex-wife, using the excuse of having to buy dog food and bringing somebody's jacket. So now she's talking about how's the wedding and everything, how's the wedding planning going. And so, Michael's like, it's going okay. We checked out a couple of officiants, and because of the short time period, they aren't able to do it. So the wife suggests that she gets a license, a minister's license, and she marries him. Now, Juliana already said she got a problem with the bitch, okay? She got a problem with their relationship. She said she damn near jealous of him, okay? She ain't really feeling the relationship. She don't understand because where she come from, bitch, when people are divorced, they are divorced. And typically, here in the United States, when people are divorced, they're divorced. They get, an agreement and are amicable when it comes down to the kids. But for the most part, bitch, we divorce too. So she talks about being an officiant in the wedding, and Juliana shades her and says, I don't want the bitch in none of the pictures. And I told her, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to the TV. I said, I don't want her in none of them either. And then she slides a conversation in and asks this mofo whether or not he has a prenup agreement or has he thought about putting anything up for the two little youngins. So he says, as a matter of fact, it's funny that you would mention that because I've been thinking about that. Juliana said, wait a minute, hold the hell up. The hell are y'all talking about? What the hell is a pre-nush? Okay? She said she don't know what the hell a pre-nush is. But she need to talk about what this nush shit, excuse me, y'all. It slipped out, but okay. She said, we got to talk about this nush. The hell is this nush? So he goes on to try to explain it to her, and the wife wanted to. She said, no, I want to hear from you, bitch. So he goes on to try to explain to her that, this is something that you get into, the nush agreement. It's something that you get into just in case the marriage don't work. Now, I believe in our relationship and I believe in our love 100%. But when I first got married to my first wife, we didn't have nothing. So I ain't have nothing I needed to protect. But now I need some things to protect some things, and I'm going to have to make sure that your young ass don't get nothing but what I decide that I want to give you. Because, see, I'm your sugar daddy at the end of the day. And I want, as long as your sugar is sweet, we good to go. But if your sugar should harden up, bitch, or turn into... Do you hear what I'm saying? That's the only thing about being brought with a price. When a mofo think that they own your ass, they can do that kind of stuff. So now she's sitting up there looking all dumb and talk about this is something we need to talk about later on. You're damn right. And then the ex-wife go sit up there telling me something. I wasn't trying to cause no problems. I wasn't trying to stir the pot. Bitch, that's exactly. You came up in there with the pot in your arm like this, and you was when you came up in the mofo with the dog food, you already had the pot in your arm. You were doing like that, and then your head was going like that when you came up in there. And just in case that part wasn't big enough, you had a couple of other ones in the trunk. Bitch, you know damn well you came in there to stir that pot. It's exactly what you came in there to do. You ain't feeling the girl. You playing the game. But you being shady as hell the whole entire time. And then you going to get out there on Instagram and talk about how you look the way that you look because you run a construction company and all this kind of stuff. Go ahead on the Instagram and explain that we just saw. Explain bringing up a prenup in front of the damn girl. What you think she's so damn slow and she's illiterate and she doesn't know English enough to know that y'all shading her ass? She said, I'm sick of this crap because they sit up here and talk about me and talk around me and make me feel like I'm a piece of on a stick and then and I don't understand the stuff and then they too close. The side eye bitch is eternal. Everybody see what the hell y'all doing up out here? This wife is a bit much for me. She's a bit much. Now, Juliana may be 12. She may have just taken, the wheels off her tricycle. But, bitch, I'm telling you, leave her alone. She got your man. You got the kids. You forever grateful you done told this mofo to do to file for a prenup agreement in front of H. What a skank. Who does something like that? Talk about a skank. Let's talk about Angela. Angela's sitting up in the Botox clinic with her girlfriend, Fur Fawcett at. Okay? Her girlfriend, Fur Fawcett at, was up in there holding that big ass hand. Angela was sitting up there. They came onto the screen. They had a syringe like that. Pss, 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 pss. Because they was like, we're going to have to do a whole bunch of sticking. By the time we finish with her face, this bitch gonna look like she had acupuncture, okay? Because we sticking needles, bitch, everywhere. Wait a minute. Thank Thank you, Dr. Payne Nestor, for the 9.99 super chat. So glad I got you live. Love you, boo. Angela ass gonna look like she got acupuncture by the time she come up out of there, all them damn wrinkles. Now, you all know I'm in my mid-50s. I'm older than Angela. And I ain't never seen so many wrinkles before. Bitch, my daggone dryer get more wrinkles out of my daggone sheets than is Angela's face look like a drawn up curtain. Okay? The hell is going on? So Angela laying up there, oh God, I'm done. She said she's getting this Botox and everything because she wants to impress her American boyfriend, Michael. Bitch, Michael don't care what you look like. All Michael see is green card. Michael don't care how you look. So Angela, getting her little Botox and everything because she said, she wanted, feel refreshed and look refreshed. And she said, oh, hell, who am I fooling, bitch? I'm trying to get some of these wrinkles off of me. Angela, there ain't enough needles in the cotton freaking doctor's office. I hate to say that, but come on. Angela. So the next time we see her, she in the snack, she's at the house. Okay? She's at the house with her 6 grandbabies. Beautiful little grandbabies. Being the best Mima she know how. And then here we got damn TLC shading the hell out of Angela. Angela said, I am taking care of everybody in this mofo house. I'm taking care of my 74 or 84-year-old mother. Bitch, when they showed that mother, I thought she had a bullet hole in her face. My daughter was like, Mom, that's a mole. I said, I don't know. Thank you so much for the Cash App, Sonia. Thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Thank you, Sonia. I said, what the hell happened to the mother's chin down here? Bitch, was that a mole? Was that a gunshot? Or was that a diabetic hole in this bitch face? I don't mean to talk about the girl mother like that, but damn it, you put her on the screen. She fair game up in She fair game. Somebody tell me down in the comment section what the fuck all of this was up with a mother. Then they sitting up there and they got the mother while she trying to eat something. Damn it, you know the mother ain't got but 2 teeth, boo. Okay? I said, the hell is going to the mother like, and that big bitch. Lord, forgive me, I'm going to hell. I said, why would TLC show that mother like that? TLC shady as hell. I am trying to keep myself together because I'm telling you. Me and my daughter rewind that book so many times. She said, Mom, I refuse to believe that that's a bullet hole. I said, okay, baby, it's a mole. So Angela, she's showing that, she Mima, she a family type of woman and everything. She's a good woman down in Hazelhurst, Georgia, okay? So the next time we see her, she's in one of them little side stores. My daughter was like, Mom, can you imagine if our grocery store looked like that? All right. So So she decides to take a phone call from Michael. She's like, Michael, look, you need to go hit on, what is that? Exactly. Who said that? Teacher Jazz favorite. She said, why was the FaceTime in the damn okay? So she's in the store. She's FaceTiming Michael about this damn visa. Okay. Michael is getting ready, trying to prepare to get the visa stuff together because he has his interview coming up. He is so sure, y'all, that he is going to get this visa. I would not be surprised if Michael fails his interview. Do y'all hear me? Because Angela has been reaming on him and telling him, you need to prepare. Do you have all the videotapes, the pictures of my ass? Do you have everything? He told me, I got this. She said, look, I'm trying to get information out of you. You don't even want to give it to me. And so I really don't think, I think that Michael is thinking that he is in the clear. But bitch, I'm telling you, until you get your ass over here, you not clear. Angela said, let me tell you, these immigration people will snuff out a fake in a minute. Bitch, if you don't have all your cards stacked up right, or your T's crossed and your I's dotted, you are not going to get this visa, Michael. But Michael, like, he got it. Next thing we see Michael, he down that Sesame Street. Michael is at Sesame Street at the uncle's house. The only thing they didn't have was Mr. Rogers. Michael is walking around there with the kids at the uncle house talking about the village. We going to the village, the village, the village. We going to the village, the village, the village. They happy as hell. They pre-celebrating. Michael said he went to his uncle's house so he could hang out with the kids. They got these mofos up in there and they idolizing Michael. The daggone aunt said, you know, how everybody feel about Michael going to America? Yay, how many of y'all want to go with Michael to America? All them kids raised their damn hand. She said, no problem. No problem. All y'all going. Michael is sitting in there, excuse me, y'all, thinking he in. I'm telling you, he overplaying his hand, bitch. I got a feeling that Michael did not make it here. There's no sign, no smell, no goat that's saying that Michael has made it here. So we will see whether or not he made it or not. But the next thing we know, we see him at a daggone restaurant with an American guy that he met over there. And so Michael decides that he wants to sit down with them and they're going to school him about being here in the United States. Michael think he know everything, okay? He think that the grass is green up over this mofo. He tells them that Angela is from Angelhurst, Georgia, that it's a small town, that he gonna get up in that camp and he just gonna settle back. It ain't gonna be no racism on his ass because because Angela told him that it's Indians living out there, Asian people. Angela told him it's blacks, it's white. But bitch, what she did not tell you that you going into a rural community in Georgia. He thinks that because he's with his white girlfriend who gets pulled over left and right, got a daughter incarcerated in jail. Okay, she ain't the person you want to be in the car with, bitch, because allegedly she drinks and drives, smoke weed and drive, mess with men and drive. This bitch is doing everything. So what make you, they dated and ran her tags 50 million times. He talking about he gonna sit down there and mind your business. Bitch, do you know how many black people have been in the neighborhood in Hazelhurst, Georgia, minding their mofo business and still got their ass whipped? Still got locked up, still got pulled over while driving while black? You can mind your business, but you bitch, are you crazy? Listen! He said if they talk about, I'm 31, she 53, but we gonna have a baby because one of the girls, the daughter, is gonna give us an egg. Them girls was looking at each other like, the girl said, look, let me tell you something. Come on, dude. You in a mess. This is a pickle. Love ain't gonna be enough for your dumb ass. But Michael's thinking that, I got it all planned out. They don't know nothing about our love. Damn sure don't. And don't want to. No, we don't know nothing about it, neither do you. You think you going to come over here and you going to be living a life of luxury? Angela already said, bitch, you going to be Mr. Mom. All that dirt she had them kids sliding in. Them girls ain't taking care of them babies. The girl locked up. And then what you going to do about that stuff that's on grandma's chin? You going to rub Vaseline on that bitch every morning? Come on now. I mean, what you going to do? He told me my girl is a hard worker. My woman is a hard worker. But, I don't want to be living all... I'm going to get me a job. Because I don't want to live off no woman. But you ain't telling bitches that you already living off of her. You ain't even tell her that the only place you can do is go down to Sesame Street. You ain't tell them that you can't even hang with your friends anymore. You ain't tell them none of that. They sitting up there trying to tell him it's still segregated in some parts. Do you understand segregation? Do you understand separation? Do you understand racism? Do you understand classism? Okay, now I know that ain't a word. But do you understand being separated by class? Do you understand all of that, Michael? Michael was living in a fantasy world and they told his ass. But he don't believe it because he has all these dreams of how it's going to be in America. He really believes he's going to meet Trump with his Trump drawers on. If you meet him, he's going to be giving you a key and telling you to park his fucking car. You don't mean nothing to that man. Angela got you selling you a dream. She's selling you a dream. And Michael buying it. Angela asked him what is going to happen if you don't pass this K-1 visa interview. Michael said, then we're going to do the other way. No, y'all ain't going to do the other way. Because Angela said she ain't leaving her mama and her 6 grandkids because she can't. She's the only source of income for them. And that's why Angela gets on here and acts a fool. Okay, what's going on, Mary? Oh, okay. The next couple that I want to talk about is Anna and Mercer. Anna decides to go down to the bridal shop, and she's greeted by Ashley. Ashley like, how y'all's doing? I know that you already called Angela and I've already picked out some outfits for y'all. Me and TLC, that is. And so we've already picked out some outfits, so y'all come on back. Mercer, I'm going to put you in this room. Your stuff is already hung up in this mofo. And you know what, Joey? You go in the other one. Matter of fact, you do too, Gino. So the little boy, the little teeny little boy, he said, I want some daggone disco shoes. Saturday night fever, night fever. He said, I want them in white. You know how to do it, okay? Straight think he John Travolta. Cute as he could be. So Mercer goes into the room. Joey goes into the room. And Mercer comes out with the most hideous blue outfit I've ever seen before in my life. The shirt is all tight. The belly button is just showing over. Look like the button's just trying to go to destination nowhere, bitch. And then they bring Joey out. And Joey, of course, we know is a little boy. He's a teenager. But TLC makes sure that they put that camera up on his nutcracker and show off all the tightness of his nutcracker. Now, they know damn well they shouldn't have treated that little boy like that. We didn't need to see his nutcracker. We just didn't, we didn't need to see it. The boy couldn't even hardly walk because the nutcracker was so stuck up and underneath his nuts, okay? And I said, TLC, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now, y'all know y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. Do that to that boy. His brother said, why you walking like that? He said, I'm walking like that because it's all up underneath my nutcracker. So then the next thing you know, we see Gino come out and his damn shirt is buttoned wrong and then he look like he got ruching going on it. I mean, my daughter looking like, what kind of shirt is that? Because, it was buttoned up. The buttons had the shirt, like this. And I said, he got ruching. He got ruching on him. And my daughter made a comment yesterday, and I had to kind of think about it. She said, Mommy, you know what? This woman don't love this man. He's a fetish for her. He's a whole fetish. I never thought about it that way until she started breaking down what a fetish was and how people are with fetishes. Because even though she know that it ain't the right thing for her, she still want to sniff between his toes. When people got them fetishes for feet and feet fungus and nails and stuff, and they just want to, they know they weird, okay? They know they crazy as fuck, all right? But they want to all up between the toes and just, you know what I'm saying? She got a fetish for the beekeeper. She don't love him. So they in there, they got their tight stuff on. Everybody's so tight. It's so tight on everybody, including Gino. Gino came out there so jacked up, his mother had to take him back up in there. So Mercer was like, standing on the side, because y'all know Mercer always got that dumb look on his face like. He picked up his translator at Joey. How do you feel about the wedding? So he was like, what? How do you feel about the wedding? He's disrespectful. There's a part of me that want to be sympathetic to Joey, but he disrespectful as hell. Because when they rode up to the daggone place and they was in the car, he asked his mother, was he going to have on some kind of barbaric hat? First of all, ain't nothing barbaric. He's a human being. And you're not going to talk about him like that. I don't give a damn if he doesn't understand you or not. So now you wonder why them back smack the taste buds out you. Your side of your lip is bleeding. Because you're just a little bit too disrespectful. Now, Joey, I understand, bitch, that you got a problem. But you just downright, damn it, disrespectful. And you have no reason to treat another human being like that. Especially one that's that's wearing a helmet on the back of a yellow school bus. You know that he not all the way there. And to keep calling him stupid and saying the things that you're saying to your mother and being disrespectful to him. Now, it's one thing to voice your opinion, but it's a whole different thing when you disrespectful as hell. But I blame the little raggedy mother. She don't know how to handle her man and she don't know how to handle her sons. Her sons are dealing with abandonment issues. Where's the counselor? You sit up there and you let Gino know that this mofo don't care nothing about him and the family knows nothing about them. And you never dealt with it. You worried about him making a honeycomb altar. You need to be dealing with these issues with your children. You miserable as hell. And you think that your children don't need to be disciplined? So he comes out the dressing room. He tell him he don't want them to get married. Mercer said, if you don't want me here, then I'll leave. He looked at his mother. He said, it's that easy? Problem solved. Say it again. I bet you better not. Say it again. I dare you to say it again. Because whether I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm your mama. And you're going to respect me. And you're going to respect the people that I bring up in this mofo house. Mercer sat there and told her that he didn't even, the kids, he came here to be with Anna and to help Anna with her children. And if the kids don't like him, then it ain't no need of him being there. This bitch sits there and says, would you really go back to Turkey? If the problem is Joey, we can make him disappear. If the problem was Joey, I can handle that. If the problem is Joey, I got that. Just don't leave me. Now, she didn't say them exact words. That's my interpretation. You ready to sacrifice your kids for this man, and then you miserable as hell. You trying on a wedding dress, and you crying, talking about you don't know whether or not you're making a bad decision or not. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Your children have gotten out of hand. And you thinking that you're going to bring a man in there to do what? Take charge? Mercer already said when he came up over that mofo that he wasn't going to father neither one of them. So it's up and down basically because on one hand, Joey disrespectful. On the other hand, you can understand Joey. What woman does that kind of crap? And you got a mofo over there that you got to have a daggone permanent, a phone in your hand on a permanent basis just to talk and communicate with him. And then you're going to take your kids to a park. She took the kids to the park. And tell me, we're going to have some one-on-one time. Don't look like one-on-one, look like three-on-one. Because I want to talk about Mercer. You should have did that before he got there. With the children, when Joey was sitting up in there calling him stupid. You should have asked Joey then, what do you mean? They standing in the cotton freaking thing. He says, I think that this is stupid. Then he says why he thought it was stupid. But why didn't she know? Mercer already told her that the boy is walking around and calling me stupid and dumb. That should have been handled before you put him in them tight nutcracker ass pants. You know your children don't want to have anything to do with this wedding, marriage, or anything else. And then she takes them to a park and says, I want you all to try to get along with Mercer. Too late. Joey said, for what? For what? For what? She asked the little boy, how you feel about it? He said, I believe y'all gonna break up. Now, you know there's some stuff that's going on anytime the little boy feels like that. And the whole time, he was the one that was rah when Mercer got here. It was the other boys that wasn't feeling Mercer. But he was. He was optimistic about it. It ain't no need. She said, I'm marrying him in 30 days. The boy said, don't nobody like him. She said, I do. He said, you the only one that like him. Now, I'd have backsmacked him for that. But I wouldn't have had to backsmack my daughter because I wouldn't have introduced a person into my life and my daughter's life like that. And then she sits there and says, maybe don't deserve to be happy. So the producer says, what do you mean by that? She said, oh, nothing go right for me. Now you want sympathy. But you already made the decision. You already caused this. So now you gotta fix this. You gotta fix it. The last couple that need fixing is Blake I can't. I gotta pray. So Jasmine, whose face is never happy, that joint is like an ice princess. Like she's the third edition of Frozen. Is coming up the stairs with Blake. We see a little smidget of her personality. Go Blake. Go Blake. I'm shocked. I thought that was a song. They go into the house and Curleen greets them with an old country smile. Hi, Jasmine. How you doing, baby? Ain't that how black mothers are? Hi, baby. You're just as purdy. You're so purred. So Curleen grabbing all on and everything, telling her how purdy she is. Jasmine sits down there and everything. She says she don't really give a damn about the mother. She came here for Blake. She gonna smile and do whatever she gotta do, but really she ain't feeling the mother like that. She don't give a damn about Curleen. And Curleen pulling out all the stops, all the hospitality. So Curleen said, look, I'm gonna have to talk to y'all later on. But I'm fixing some food, got some dinner for y'all, some lunch and everything, and I'm gonna make sure that I serve it up to you with a smile. Jasmine says she don't give a damn about that either. Basically, she there to get that car with her sister. So the mother was like, we're going to have a talk because, Big Dave coming home. So next thing we see, Big Dave come through the house. Hey, what's up? Sure smell good up in here, mama. What you cooking? You cooking them green beans, tomatoes. You name it. He said, I ain't got time to be here. Because I'm real busy and everything. I just came from my lunch break. But we got some things we need to talk about up in here. Big Dave here. See, what had happened was, Curleen we saw in the first episode when we saw her, what was that, episode 4, 5? Curleen sat there and talked about, okay? She talked about how pretty the girl was and how the girl was going to be when she was living there and all that. Curleen never said that they couldn't shackle together. Now, y'all know that the word is called shacking. But Curleen put her own spin on it and called that joint shackling. Like Mary, I got shackles on my feet. Shackles on my hands. Shackles on my wrist, batch. We shackled. So Big Dave was talking to Curleen. Curleen told him that Jasmine was on her way. Big Dave said, I know they ain't staying up in the joint. She said, oh, Big Daddy, I forgot to tell him. Big Daddy, what you mean? He said, they can't shackle up in my house. He said, matter of fact, I'm on my way home. Because I be like, damn, if Anybody gonna be up in our house getting busy and ain't married? You know what the church say about that. It's fornication and sinning and carrying on like that. I'm on my way. I'm about to punch out because I'm about to punch. So Big Dave came up in there smelling all that good old food. He sat down up in that chair like that. Jasmine and Blake, come on in here. We need to talk to y'all. They sitting down there. Hey, what's up? You know, maybe they about to lay down some of the rules. Mama said, now look, it was a misunderstanding, a misstatement on our part. Now, what we got to y'all can't stand here together. Now, Jasmine's welcome to stay here long as she want to. But Blake, you can't stay here. Now, you're going to have to go and move to your brother's house because, you know, with our religion and all of our religion and our traditions, he can't stay up in there. Big Dave said, hold up, I got this. Bitch, y'all can't live up underneath our roof like that. Blake, you understand? Blake said, hold on. Wait a minute. It was a misunderstanding. Mama said, look, it was a misunderstanding on my part. Okay? But you know with our religion and everything, that we don't believe in nobody staying up underneath this roof. Big Dave was still looking like that. Big Dave said he done came up in here and she got pork chops and everything on the stove and neck bones and all kinds of stuff. He can smell the gravy burning up on that mofo. He can smell the macaroni and cheese. He can even see the cheese bubbling in his mind up underneath there, okay? He know them collard greens is waiting on him when he done came home. He done came home at lunchtime and Curleen up in there got all that together. And you gonna sit up here and act like he said, Curleen said, look now, I'm gonna tell you this is how it's gonna be. Jasmine can stay up in here. You can go ahead on and stay with your uncle, your brother. But you can't stay up in here. And that's just how it's going to be. Because when Big Dave get to talking, I gets to walking. Now, what we going to do is we going to be out of here in about 2 months. So, you know, y'all play y'all cards right. You do what the fuck I said, then you can come up in here and move on up in here. But if you don't do what the hell I said, then, well, you can do whatever you want to do. Jasmine said they should have told us this before we got up in here. Every time he tried to say something out of his mouth, Curleen shut that thing down. She said, I don't care if you're mad. How many of y'all grew up with a mama that said, I don't care nothing about you being mad? You better get glad. Okay? They ain't care nothing about you being mad about nothing. And then Jasmine's going to sit up in there and tell me she should have defended her. Oh, no. Oh, no. It don't happen like that, Captain. Once Curleen got jacked by Big Dave, Blake knew it wasn't no need. Because, see, his mama ain't said none of this. Now, he know his mama, just the spokesperson. She just the representative. These Big Dave's rules. Now, his mama had slipped up and went on and told him that he could have her up in there. But Big Dave said, this my house. I pays the bills up in here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We know how it go down in Big Dave's house. So they sitting up in there, face all twisted. Jasmine sitting up there would talk about he should have went on and protected her. He said, how the hell was I going to do that? Tell him that I'm going to make you let me live here? Packing all my and I'm going to my brother's house like my mama told me to. So she's like, I'm going to stay up in here with strangers. Which I did feel bad for because that wasn't right. It wasn't right for the mother, okay? Who is that that said we know? Who is that? Jackie? Girl, don't we know? My daddy was Big Bill. And when Bill said something, the whole house shifted. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mama couldn't say nothing because when Bill said something, everything up in the house went like that. Even the mice, okay? The dust bunnies is the most of everything in the house shifted when Big Bill says something. Okay? We know. And if you ain't shackling, you think you gonna shackle? Now I said that she know daggone well. We already know because she just said it wrong. Okay? We already know. So basically, he got to move out and move with his brother. She asked the mother, can he come here during the day? Can he just come and sit a while, stay a while? The mother said he can come during the day, but he got to leave. Blake told her, I told you not to come this early. She said, well, I got my plane ticket. He said, I told you when I wanted you to come, and you decided you wanted to come early. And that's what happens. Bitch, you was in agreement. You was the man. She told him you don't communicate well with your mother. You should have communicated. Ain't no communicating. You talk, they don't listen. They talk and you march. And that's just how it is when Big Dave gets home. Now, Big Dave done walked on about the house. He done went on about his business. But I'm going to tell you right now, those were Big Dave's rules. And when David said that they weren't going to shack up in there because of their Christian beliefs, and he leaned over in that chair and said, do you understand, Blake? It wasn't no arguing about it. Jasmine said they have got to be crazy if they think I'm going to lay up in this house by myself. Now I'm saying to myself, your sister lived down the street, round the corner. Why can't you go to your sister's house, disrespect your sister's house, and shackle down there? Don't sit up there and disrespect Curlene's house. Don't disrespect Curlene's house. But anyway, y'all, again, if I had to rate this episode, I would rate it a B. Now, there was one thing that I noticed, and I think we need to just go ahead on to pray about the situation right now. Did y'all notice that when we was at Anna's house, that her whole entire table was falling apart? Did y'all see that table? I felt so bad for that woman because I really do believe that in spite of everything that she's going through, that she is struggling. That table was linked on the side. Just totally ripped off the front. Now, I know a lot of times when you got boys, they can be rough and rugged. So maybe the boys, tore the table up in the front. But I was offended that the table was like that. And I don't know whether or not this woman is struggling or what the hell is going on with her. But I sure do want her to get her priorities together and bitch fix that table. Because even though I may not say it, your auntie see all kinds of stuff. And I saw that old fucked up table hanging off in the front. But anyway, so in closing, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you so much to everybody who super chatted and to the Cash App. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much to Mary and Josie who always keep the chats together and make it a safe place for you all to be able to conversate. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that you leave a nice comment. Now, I'm going to be coming out in the next couple of days and reading hate comments. Y'all watch and see how much hate people be having for y'all auntie. But it's all good, though, because guess what? At least you came by to see me. Love you all so much, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye, y'all. Mwah!